It all started with an idea, with a dream. When the world went upside down and things changed, our passion didn't change. The dream stayed alive. This YouTube channel kept us going. You kept us going. This is a reminder to you that when it gets hard, when you feel like throwing in the towel, remember where you began and how it felt. How did it feel when you made that scary decision? Remember how powerful you felt when you made that decision and lean into that. Keep going, because it will all be worth it. Your dreams matter most. This is Toyota World Runners, proudly presented by Westcan Overland Off-Road Design. Back in 2020, when we started this YouTube channel to drive the Pan America Highway, we bought a wilderness camper to put on our rock crawler to make this epic trip. Since then, we've purchased a 1976 Toyota CHINOOK and proceeded to put it on a Land Cruiser chassis. Stay tuned, because this is our most recent update on how that build's going and what's coming next. In this video, we're going to be putting brand new brakes on, converting our 80 series to manual locking hubs, getting our fuel system dialed in, replacing the valve cover gaskets on our 3.4, putting our new headlights in, installing a new transmission, building a new transmission crossmember, and starting the super exciting process of building bumpers for this rig. Replacing brake shoes is a great task if you really want to get frustrated and lose a bunch of small springs. The full floating 80 series axle has a disc brake and an e-brake shoe, and we had to get new backing plates because ours were completely rusted out and they came with no shoes, so we have to put these on. Woohoo! Everyone likes new shoes. Just like that, easy as pie. Just a really complicated,
easy as pie,
really complicated triple layered fruit pie. In this shot, I'm installing the backing plates with the new e-brake shoe, as well as the hub for the full floating rear axle. A full floating rear axle basically just means that the axle shaft is not actually attached to the axle housing. It is floating inside the axle housing, riding on the wheel bearings. The advantage to this is not only a smoother ride, longer lasting bearings, it is very easy to service. The axle shafts can be pulled without even removing the wheel. These full floating rear axles have been known to do 500,000 miles on original bearings. What I think is cool is that the front and rear wheel bearings are identical. They're the same bearings. The front hub and the rear hub are almost the same. This is the easiest rear axle that I've ever rebuilt, and it was honestly really fun learning something new. For most of this build, I haven't really known what I've been doing at the start. I just dive into it, figure it out, ask questions, research along the way, and eventually figure out and get it done. And it's given me a wealth of knowledge, and we're gonna know this rig very intimately by the time it's finished. I'm putting Never Sees on the cone washers here. I've been doing it for the last couple years on all of our trucks. And if you ever have to take apart your axle, it is awesome when the cone washers just pop out. It doesn't affect their ability to hold the axle in place. It just makes it a lot easier when you have to take them out, if you do.
The parts are so fun to play with. Brand new parts are so fun. It's like the Big Kid Awesome version of Lego. Cool. How about them apples?
So this is the factory sending unit for our 92 Suburban fuel tank. I had to modify it from being a in-tank fuel pump to being a in-line fuel pump because I don't want the fuel pump in the tank. So if it goes wrong, I can replace it. So I had to extend this part of the pickup and then machine / CNC cut and grind a little piece of aluminum to adapt this 3/8 stainless tube to the factory filler sock. You can kind of see the little piece of aluminum right there that I had to make to accept this piece and just press fit on there. And now we can put this new guy into our fuel tank with our brand new lock ring. Just have to figure out how it works. I don't know how any of this Chevy stuff. We'll get back to the fuel system in a minute, but first I have to tell you about this transmission debacle that we've been going through. It all started because we wanted to run dual transfer cases in our CHINOOK. So we got actually given an adapter plate for free. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the coupler and sleeve that we needed. So then we began going down a rabbit hole of trying to swap T cases to get the right passenger side drop. We read that we could swap tail housings. So basically, without going into an exhaustive amount of detail, Stacey painted, I think, 3 transmissions and their transfer cases only to find out that they weren't going to work. If none of this made any sense to you, basically just know that we did end up finding the correct transmission and transfer case, and it's going to work great. If you guys are enjoying seeing this build come to life, please smash that like button and consider subscribing if you aren't already. We know a lot of you guys watching aren't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Join the fam. Sure this was going to be necessary, but it's necessary. We got to cut the tranny tunnel. Let's get after it.
Oh, hi.
We're the paint squad today. Painting everything in sight.
Welcome to the Toyota World Runners Mobile Transfer Case and Transmission Emporium. Here we have gear-driven cases, chain-driven cases, R150s, R150Fs, everything you could possibly need to build your dream vehicle. Get at us now, get the best deal going.
Your face. Oh man.
We're doing battery tray things. This is a piece from an industrial shelving unit that is going to work perfectly. I just cut it to length and bent up the end with pliers and a vise. And I've got a little triangle bracket that I made and bolted through the front of the CHINOOK. This is actually going to sit perfectly right there with a 3/4 inch rubber bushing that'll be glued to the bottom of this. That's going to sit nice and happy like that, and to make it so it can be unbolted, just got a little L bracket here that I'm going to weld to the shelf, and it'll be bolted through to this guy. And then once the battery's in, I'll be able to make a strap that ties in to the top of the body here. Un hole. So this is the upside down version of the battery tray with our brackets. This nut's going to be a little awkward to get, so I just grinded the paint off and I'm going to weld the nut to our bracket. So it's real easy to screw in. And the final product. And our welded nut is right down here. Fits really well. Now I just got to make a little strap that goes here and ties down into the fender. It'll hold it all in place. Okay, fuel tank is ready to go in, and we have all of the dozen hoses this tank requires. 92 Suburban, 160 liter fuel tank. We have the line for the fuel pump. We have the return line. We have the vent for the filler neck. We have the filler neck, which is going to be this exhaust pipe. And then we have these two obnoxious vent valves, which I have to figure out where they're going to go. And we have the wiring, which I'm about to snip this plug off and extend the wires so I can run them to our ignition. Oh God, he cut the wrong cord! Just kidding, everyone.
Oh, that's something we would do.
Boom. Look at that.
Here we can see a stubborn young man committing to doing things himself. Because he's on a tight timeline, he must get things done. There can be no wasted time. Well, that didn't go so well, did it, partner? Why don't you wait for some help?
Okay, so it should be kind of right in that little... We're converting our 80 series axle to have manual locking hubs, but I'm taking them apart to just give them some fresh grease and maybe change the color of the hub dial. Pretty nice stuff Stacey made for us. Anything to do with aesthetics on this build, you can attribute to her. have manual locking hubs on your truck and they're a little stiff or sticky to turn, or you just like tinkering with things, I highly recommend taking them off and just taking them apart and re-greasing them. It's really fun. I really enjoy taking these apart and painting them, giving them a fresh look. It sure makes your wheel look nice when it's all put back together.
Good evening.
What's up, friends?
You are probably wondering why we're still here.
And if you're one to look at our website, you're probably wondering why the countdown clock has either been at 0 or is just removed.
Yeah.
We were very ambitious on purpose with our deadline to finish the build because we wanted to push ourselves as much as we could.
Yeah, October 1st, we put in our notice to be out November 1st.
Yeah, so the last 3 weeks have been 12-hour days minimum, like dusk till dawn, working on this thing, getting everything dialed, also moving out of our place, packing up our entire lives to go into 42 square feet. It's been hectic, so thank you for being patient. Yes, we are planning to leave November 1st because we have to be in Denver, Colorado on November 7th to meet with a super exciting sponsorship.
Super exciting.
We're not going to tell you guys yet
No.
who it is or what's going on, but you will see, and we are pumped.
Yeah.
We are super grateful and excited to be partnering with these guys. So
Yeah. Let's just say that the stress of the next month is going to be absolutely worth this sponsor.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. We have
Yeah.
momentum. It feels that way. We've hit so many roadblocks,
Yeah.
but we know that we're still moving forward every single day, that something new happens, which is really empowering. And every day we wake up with a smile, knowing it's going to be a good day no matter what.
Yep. With that knowing,
Yeah, comes another celebration, because we can't stress enough how much we love you guys so much for being here. We say it so much, thank you for being here, but we really just appreciate you so much. And yeah, we have 2 really special subscribers that we got the privilege of meeting a couple weekends ago. I don't know when it was. And they gave us little goodies.
so they bought some t-shirts from us. Cheers to Jordan and Sarah, because they also offered us some beers.
Yes, and these are so up our alley. So we thought we'd do a beer review.
We are going to be diving into the Moody Ales & Co. Yuzu IPA. Oh, it's been so long.
Where's the write-up?
Tangy IPA with notes of pineapple, grapefruit, and yuzu flavor. We're going to have to let you know later on what yuzu is.
Maybe it's kind of like a sake?
No. Anyway, co, as in collective, collaboration, community. Kind of like us. The right combination of ingredients makes something delicious. The right combination of people makes something spectacular. Co means we're in business of creating connections over great tasting beer. Wow.
Wow. And Jordan and Sarah did note that they chose this for one of the special reasons is that it is 7%. Right up our alley. They know.
Not a rattler.
Yeah, there's no rattlers here.
Should we try
Maybe
it?
yuzu is peach. Oh my god. Wait, it says yuzu flavor. I bet you yuzu's a fruit.
Yeah.
I think yuzu's a fruit, guy.
We're qualified to review this
We are
beer.
so qualified. Okay. Oh yeah, that was so nice. Wow.
How's the nose?
No. Cheers. Cheers first. Oh heck yeah.
It smells really fruity. Pineapple
I
and
smell
mango.
pineapple. Was there mango in it? No, it was grapefruit. Maybe that's the yuzu.
Maybe it's yuzu. Here we go.
Oh baby.
Yum.
Oh baby, we may be wearing jackets, but it's still summer, and this is a lovely summer beer.
Definitely tastes the grapefruit.
Holy heck.
And it's not too citrusy, I find. A lot of citrus beers are like ultra carbonated and super almost like tangy.
Oh man, this gives me like citrusity vibes from Phillips, but like a little more mango.
Right? There's a bit of mango in there.
Mm-hmm.
I like the grapefruit.
Yeah. Doesn't taste strong at all.
Has a nice balance of sweetness and tartness.
Doesn't taste strong at all. It doesn't taste strong at all. Did you notice? Doesn't taste strong at all. It seriously doesn't taste strong at all. But you could definitely have
I
one.
could drink a 4-pack of these.
That's Moody
Moody
Ales.
Ales.
And Co.
All right, let's get to the build. But before we do that, check out some of this dope work that West Can Overland's been putting out. You got to check out this bumpers. If you got a 3rd Gen 4Runner, you know where to get it. Well, this is one thing we didn't cheap out on, and that's our cooling system.
At this point, we didn't cheap out on anything.
No, we didn't. This is a copper brass 3-core CFS radiator. It is a beast. Looks like did it come with a cap too? What's this? We got some. Oh, it did. I didn't even know it came with a cap. That's rad.
That's rad.
Yeah, you get that?
Oh my god.
All right, moment of truth here. We got lots of clearance.
That looks pretty rad.
Looks rad. I'm just working on getting the last bit of the fuel system finished up here. We got our hard line here from our fuel pump. There's just gonna be a little rubber connector there, and it's gonna come up the frame rail here and then connect to this short rubber line that goes back to our tank. So yeah, we're almost done. Return line's actually on the other side. I'm using the factory CHINOOK return line. So we'll plumb that in next, but just a couple more lines here, and then I got a bunch of P-clamps. I got this kit off Amazon for like 20 bucks, and these will all just go like that, and I'll screw it to the frame. Yippee. Oh shit, I didn't realize we were touching right here.
With a bit of massaging and finessing, we were actually able to use the factory 3.4 high pressure power steering line.
What's driving? You're not allowed to do driving.
What's that rise? That's only like half an inch. Okay, this is our transmission crossmember, which I CNC cut yesterday, and Jason helped me bend. I forgot to CNC cut the 4 screw holes that bolt this to the bottom of the transmission. So now we are doing very precise math to make sure we get them right the first time. And then this will be bolted up underneath. We got clearance for our drive shafts here. And then we're going to build a couple little shelf pedestals that'll be welded to the frame with the bolt holes. And then there's probably going to be an additional little kind of skid plate thing here for the T-case, but I'll show you that in a bit. Let's get these holes drilled. how to use the tape measure effectively.
Yay!
Making our Lucky Logger transmission stands.
So the transmission crossmember cannot fall out even if the bolts are out. And then we just got to make sure line up the corresponding holes on our plate and we'll be rocking. Got our transmission crossmember mount tacked into place. Make sure it fits and our holes line up. Looking pretty good. Boom, holes line up.
Can't always have 7% IPAs.
Rough around the edges, but good for a torch piece.
I did laundry last night and found all of the Sharpies. Sorry, Jay.
We're going to take the strap out now. If it falls and crushes me, then we know that my welds failed. I'm alive!
He's alive! Can you get the strap out though?
Can we get the strap out?
Did we just weld the strap into the cross members? Only time will tell.
Stay tuned. Almost got it. Yay! Very close though.
I'm helping.
I don't advise this, and please don't do it at home.
Hello. Nature with Toyota World Runners.
Oh, I think it's a monarch. Look at his blue horn.
I think we're gonna keep it.